On May 30th this year, Aung San Suu Kyi and her entourage left tens of thousands of well-wishers in Monua and headed for Depayin. When they came near Jiyua on their way, they were attacked by about 5,000 soldiers, police and thugs associated with the military who were armed with iron rods, bamboo sticks and wooden staffs. The well-orchestrated attack carried out with military precision left scores of NLD members and supporters dead. Diplomats visiting the scene of the massacre after the attack confirmed they found signs of great violence, including bloody clothing, numerous homemade weapons, and smashed headlights and mirrors, corroborating eyewitness reports of a premeditated ambush. Donyonyo is a member of the organizing committee of Mandalay Northwest Township. Please listen to her experience during the Depayin attack. The recording was made in the middle of July, more than a month after the massacre, so most of her wounds had already healed by then.
When we arrived at the little village of Jiyua, the crowd greeting us was getting bigger. The car slowed down and Dosu put out her hand and waved to the people. We had traveled about 2 miles from there. Bright car headlights from behind lit up the place. These were big cars with glass on all sides, not small Hinos. I saw from the distance that the villagers were being attacked. Then I saw 3 cycles rode past, and I also noticed a monk with a yellow headband. Just before they overtook us, Dosu's car drove past our car. It was a dark place, and they said they had better speed away. So our car, which was in the front, was left behind. After they had passed us, I saw that those cycles blocked the road in front of Dosu's car. I saw from a distance Utenu got out of his car. Our car stopped. We could see the villagers shouting and crying because they were attacked and beaten. At the time, Tintu from the NLD office came near me and told me not to lose my temper. Be patient, don't say things to make them angry, no matter what. Every time we go out, we are reminded in this way. Then we were told to get into the car, so all those who went out to see what was happening came back into the car. We crouched down in the car. Those big cars had their lights beaming onto us. Our car could not get away because those cars were blocking our way. Each car had 4 lights and there were 3 or 4 cars. Suddenly, we were attacked. Uche, who was beside me, threw himself over us, the 3 women, to protect us, and so he got the most beatings. Altogether, there were 14 of us in our car as far as I recall. I could see that all were beaten up. The more we shouted, the more beatings we were given. Every one of us was crying out for help. Uchidin from our car was dragged out, and they knocked his body against the car. Then they held my back and pounded it with a brick. They slammed the brick for many times over my body. My body was soaking with blood that flowed from the men who were near me. My whole sarong was soaking with blood. Then from the back, I heard them say, "These female creatures parading around with their penny jackets. Take off these penny." Penny jacket is the uniform of the NLD party. They pulled off our jackets and tore them off. Then one person came up and snatched our sling bags. Not satisfied, they snatched the gold chains we were wearing and pulled our legs and bags. I was dragged by the hair out of the car to the ground. When I fell to the ground, they went on beating me. I looked up and saw 2 monks and 1 man. They pulled me and pushed me. Then one voice said, "Catch her quickly, this creature will run away." "What has your Indian wife Aung San Suu Kyi done for you?" "We have built bridges and roads on which you all can walk." Then they uttered some obscene words. I cannot mention. Then again we were beaten up. I was struck on my ribcage and my ears. I felt like my ears had burst open. The three of them struck me on the buttock and my back, one after the other. Then they struck me on the head. One blow cut open my head. The other blow struck the back of my ear, and my neck was covered with blood. They beat me up to their heart's content while abusing me. Then one of them said that should be enough beating for a woman. After that they called out, "Fire, water, backing, backing," using their code words. Then they got onto their car and left. I lost consciousness then. When I regained consciousness, I asked 2 monks and 5 people to save me. I was embarrassed because I did not have a jacket on. I thought I was about 10 feet away from the car, and so I tried to get there. Then I saw one monk in a sitting posture, not moving. Uncle, who was on the car with me, was on his back. Another novice monk was on his back, and another person unknown to me on his back. I crossed over all of them and collected the pile of clothes. I could not button my blouse and lost consciousness again. When I regained consciousness, I saw 2 villagers and I told them to let me call the others. "Please wait, I want to call the women." Then I called out to them by name. "Matimye, Ma'inyin, come. We are going along with these villagers." Not one of them could be found. While calling out, I saw blood spilling out of the 3 big cuts on Uchidin's head. It was like a burst water pipe. Never seen anything like it in my life. He was also vomiting blood, and then he said, "My duties have been done. Tell them at my office I have fulfilled my obligations." I saw him vomiting blood.
Following the attack, the generals closed down NLD offices and arrested all NLD leaders, some NLD members, including Aung San Suu Kyi. The military junta is using devious attempts to cover up the truth about the Depayin massacre. But as international pressure mounted calling for her release, the military said Aung San Suu Kyi was under protective custody. 29 MPs were arrested for the Depayin incident, bringing the total of imprisoned elected representatives to 48. Many were sentenced to long-term imprisonment.